Hello everybody and welcome to the Real Housewives Edit. My name is Elle and I'm here to talk about the two loves of my life, editing and housewives. Well you guys, we are continuing to go past 1,000 subscribers and I'm going to continue to celebrate it because I literally had no idea that this is how this channel was going to go. I'm so grateful to all of you for subscribing, for watching and commenting. I absolutely love your comments. You guys know how much I love your comments. If you haven't subscribed yet and you're watching, just give it a chance. I really appreciate it, you guys. I am having so much fun doing this. Today we're going to cover a short scene in the latest episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I had to cover two scenes in this episode because I found it to be such a juicy episode. Let's just jump right into it. Okay, so just right off the bat, they have, the chyron that says this is Kyle's Aspen house, and we know someone is coming to the front door. How do we know? We have a car driving up. Before we can see the actual person getting out of the car, they open the door, but not enough for us to see who it is. And then we have sort of a point of view shot. A point of view is this walking up to the front door, so we know that someone is coming to the door. This is just a kind of fun little trick, like, okay, a suspenseful moment, like, who is it? Is it Erica? Is it Dorit? Who is coming to see her? There's so many options. Then we cut right inside and we hear Kyle crying behind the door. We see Storm, her cute little dog. All we know is that Kyle is super upset from what happened earlier that day at the hat party thing. We have a little bit of a suspense element coming here.
Hide.
Okay, so we have the reveal. It's obviously Dorit, right? She's looking fabulous. I mean, let's get to it. They all look fabulous. Their outfits are crazy, but fabulous. I think Dorit looks really good in this little puffer jacket. Anyway, she knocks on the door and you can hear as soon as Kyle comes out, the music goes out.
God. Hide.
Because they're finally face to face after having that FaceTime call and Kyle hanging up and all that stuff. The silence is supposed to kind of give us a lean in moment.
Hide. Come here, come here.
I really don't.
I know. Honey, then you're breaking my heart to see you upset like this. And I'm not here to make you more upset.
Let me just ask you a question. As my
Tell
friend,
me.
who I think of you like family.
Same. That's why I'm here. I can't
I know,
see.
but let me ask you a question. Last night, Erica did that to herself.
I don't want to be in the middle. I'm not choosing
Put yourself
sides.
in the middle, though.
Don't do that.
Okay, so I found this scene, the reason why I wanted to cover it with you guys is because it was a little bit cutty. I don't know if that's an actual word, I just made it up. It's kind of cut all over the place. The conversation doesn't feel disjointed like I feel like some other conversations, like the last video I did on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, that episode, that conversation felt very disjointed with Erica in Aspen. But this one right here, it just feels like it's jumping a lot. So right away, Kyle says,
Last night, Erica did that to herself.
which is like, yeah, she put herself out there and put herself up for criticism the way she was handling that situation. And then they jump right to Dorit saying,
I don't want to be in the middle. I'm not.
to me, that is a weird response to what Kyle just said. I have a feeling that there was probably more said in between those two moments, but maybe they just didn't drive the conversation forward. They just weren't interesting enough. For whatever reason, I believe that the editors cut something out right in there. This isn't really important, but I just like to look at this stuff. But hopefully you guys do too. Again, it's for our enjoyment. If we actually watch these conversations play out the way they actually did, we would probably be bored to tears. So they have to move the story forward. They have to move this conversation forward. They have to move to the resolution quicker and not drag this out forever because it is not the main plot point in the episode. In fact, this is what I would call probably a B story of this episode. The A story is really Erica feuding with Kyle and feuding with the ladies and all of the ladies, seeing that she's being insensitive. A great episode of reality TV has one main A story and then lots of very interesting B stories kind of peppered throughout. A lot of times a movie will have their main A story and then they'll have sort of a secondary B story that we care about. But I think in reality TV, part of the fun is that there's lots of B stories going on.
Don't do that. That's not fair. Listen to me, honey. She was in tears.
Broke up. I don't care.
Kyle,
Okay, so that cut right there was interesting to me too, because I believe that they created a pause after Kyle screamed at Dorit. So really what they have is they have a camera over Kyle's shoulder and they have a camera over Dorit's shoulder. The one over Dorit's shoulder obviously is getting Kyle. The one over Kyle's shoulder is obviously getting Dorit. When you're over Kyle's shoulder, you can see that she's actually finishing that screaming and Dorit almost overlaps her. Kyle's shoulders are kind of shaking and Dorit comes in really quick while Kyle's shoulders are still shaking. They cleaned up the audio real nice so you can't hear it like overlapping in the actual cut, but they also put a pause in there.
Kyle, you know me.
Make this conversation a little bit more dramatic is really all they're doing. You can think back to like the last time you had a heated conversation with someone. It's usually pretty talking on top of each other. I mean, if you've been to therapy like I have, like you obviously are really good at like taking pauses, like letting the other person talk, not thinking about your thought before you come in with your thought, not thinking of your response before they finish, whatever. In real conversations when you're heated, it's a lot of just talking on top of each other. And that's why I kind of wanted to cover this scene. If we were to watch it in real time, they would just be kind of going on top of each other a lot, but the editors did a really good job of spacing it out so it feels more dramatic.
You know me. When someone is hurt and in pain and they need help and they're my friend, I am there to support them.
You're saying you care more about Erica's feelings than my feelings. You also helped pack up her luggage last night to leave my home.
I was hurt.
I
was hurt by
understand.
I just think it's so fascinating. So it's silent when they're talking, and then the music comes in, and Kyle says something that you just wish she would have said right there on the spot with Dorit.
You're saying you care more about Erica's feelings than my feelings. You also helped pack up her luggage last night to leave my home.
I definitely don't say all of the things that I want to say when I'm talking to someone. I'm always the one who's thinking back later like, oh, I should have said that. Arguments or not, just like, oh my gosh, I should have said that, I should have said that. So I know this is kind of a cool thing that they get like a second chance at saying what they really wanted to say. It's just interesting that they fill in the blanks using the confessionals. Like, what were you thinking at that moment? That's what I imagine that the producers are asking Kyle. And then she gets to kind of redo and say like, oh, well, this is why I was upset.
hurt by you, and I was hurt by Erica.
Girls, my loves, you guys need to work some stuff out, but we need to go to dinner, so can we put a pin in it?
Okay,
for
yeah.
now.
We need to have a moment of silence again over Rinna coming in and taking our drama. Why is she doing this to us? She is a straight up drama bandit and I am not happy about it. She's not a producer. I don't even see people and I don't even like hang out with people anymore because I have like so many kids and I'm a mom. But I feel like any ever conflict between friends, I never like tried to pull them out of the situation to get them to a dinner. You hash it out and you figure it out and you overcome it. She did this last time with Erica in the house when the big blow up was happening.
We're done.
Let it play out in a court of law.
We're done.
She's doing it again and it feels very producing. It's annoying me and frustrating me. I just have to say that.
That's my opinion!
I'm just gonna say something real.
What? We need a pin, though.
Okay?
We need a pin.
This was brought on by the behavior last night.
God, I
Guys,
cannot
go get ready.
win no matter
No,
what
no,
I
no,
say
no,
to
no,
you.
no.
It's
No,
like,
by the way,
I'm just
no
wait,
matter
wait,
what I
wait.
say.
So this right here is what I imagine the conversation was a little bit more like at the beginning before Rinna decided to come in and put a pin in it. I feel like the way that they're kind of talking over each other and how the editors are just letting that play out, I feel like that was a little bit more of the conversation. I could be totally wrong. That's not a good thing or a bad thing. I just think that it's interesting at the beginning of the conversation. They wanted to slow it down for us just for a dramatic effect and also just so we can kind of like sink into the words a little bit better and get into like, this is a serious conflict. These people are great friends, they're family friends. Kyle's really hurt, which I'm like, I totally feel her on the feeling upset at Erica not showing up, but I also just feel like there's this little tinge of she just doesn't like being on the outs with the in crowd. What do you guys think?
Guys, time out. Dorit, please go get ready.
I am ready.
Okay, Kyle, go get ready.
Girls, can I say something? Let's try to-
Okay, so that was an interesting cut, right? She said, Dorit, go get ready, and Kyle was right to her left. She says, Kyle, go get ready, and then they cut to Kyle already in that room. It's an interesting one.
Girls, can I say something? Let's try to
Please,
go.
please,
Can I-
please,
I need my
Mo,
words.
please.
Love
Please
being-
please, Kyle.
Come over here. I've been listening, and I feel like on behalf of like me and Peak.
That intro of Mauricio was the weirdest thing to me. It felt like so staged to me. It didn't just feel like he was like walking by. It felt like he was like waiting in the wings like for his cue. I don't know why this This felt like high school theater to me. I don't know why this little scene, just that weird, like, he walks in, he's like, can I say something? And they're like, please, please. Like, it felt like bad improv, bad high school theater. I know it wasn't. I'm sure there are moments in real life that look like this, but I was just laughing. I was like, first of all, like, no, we don't need you, Mauricio. We're good. We're good. We got women working on their issues together. We don't need you to come in and fix it. It's just, you're doing the Rinna thing. Stop.
Reality is that you guys both love each other, and I know that. And what's causing a fight right now is not you two. It's an external situation, and you guys have both been hurt, and it's both difficult. And I need you guys both to just get past it and move on to the next one, okay?
I love you so much. Please,
Seriously.
my baby.
Dorit and I have this kind of friendship where we will fight. And I hate it so much. We always make up, but I just don't like arguing with people that I care about.
You guys hold on the fort. I need a minute to
Yes.
catch my breath.
I will
that's what I
go
think.
hold down the fort, okay?
She just needs 10 minutes.
Okay, so that was interesting. So Mauricio kind of came in and like made them hug, kind of pushed past any of the stuff. Like, I was really interested to hear what Kyle was saying, which she's really just like, no, what Erica did was not okay. She dug herself that own hole. I wasn't in there telling her anything that she doesn't already know. Like, I was interested in that viewpoint and actually like holding Dorit to something a little bit. But both of these people came in and they were like, oh, no drama here, guys. It's like, what are we doing? You're not allowed to come in and stop the drama because that's what we're here for. It's not just useless drama. Like, I want to see this play out. I want to hear what Kyle had to say. I want to hear her talk to Dorit about it and not just like see them hug. But again, I really wanted to cover this scene because I felt like it kind of jumped a lot. The editors knew like we only have so much time because we have such other juicy stuff. Mauricio and Rinna came and ruined it anyway. We can't really let it play out too long because we have to get to the other stuff. And that's just kind of the long and short of how I think sometimes these things go. It's just like, for time's sake, they have to cut it down. Maybe this conversation, no, it wouldn't have because they came in and ruined it. But anyway.
It's maybe 20.
Okay. So, and then that last shot really is just of Kyle like slamming the door, almost like on the camera person, which was interesting to me. Like, she almost like looked at the camera person like, I'm not doing this right now. Almost like broke the fourth wall, which I thought was really interesting. Which really tells me to me, just because Kyle is such like a pro when it comes to the Housewives game, this has really got her. Like, she's really upset. In my opinion, it's because, again, she's on the outs with the cool group. Erica definitely has that in her. Like, once you cross her, she's one of those like never, ever, ever forgive type of people. Kyle wasn't saying you're guilty. She was just saying having some empathy. Anyway, that was all I wanted to say about that scene, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Please leave me a comment and let me know your opinion. I'm getting back to all the comments. And keep the comments classy, as always, you know, passive aggressive, not aggressive, shady, not mean. We don't talk about looks, we don't talk about people's kids, we don't talk about stuff that people cannot help. We are here to appreciate these ladies and all they put out for us every single week. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time.
Y'all talk about it and I'll spectate. Okay, cowgirl?
Got it.